This Amazing itinerary happens to be one of my favorites. 7 nights doing Tuscany, the Italian Riviera, and Monte Carlo, Monaco. We begin in Civitavecchia, the port for Rome, and we end in Monte Carlo, Monaco. I'm here with our destination expert, Claudius Dosical. Hi, Claudius.
Hello, Edie.
So this itinerary begins in Rome. What do you suggest our guests see and do in Roma?
My recommendation, of course, would be to arrive at least a couple of nights early to discover or rediscover the many sites that are to be seen in Rome, from the museums and the Vatican, the Colosseum, and of course the shopping and naturally the dining.
The next day we go to the beautiful Italian island of Elba, to the port of Portoferraio, and we're actually there from 8:30 in the morning to 10 p.m., so a late night stay. What do you suggest our guests see and do on Elba?
What a wonderful island to explore, especially with the extra time that you get on board Azamara. My recommendation would be to first in the morning head out to the highest point of Elba, and there's a little chairlift. You take about a 20-minute ride to the very top of Elba. You get great views of Elba, but also over to the mainland of Italy, and on most days you can also see the island of Corsica, and that leaves you plenty of time to spend in the town of Portoferraio, and of course in the evening definitely take that stroll through the old town, which is just at the footsteps of our gangway.
Have a little vino or cappuccino and just people watch. It's really, really delightful. So the next stop the next morning very early takes us to Livorno, the port for certainly Tuscany and Florence, and we're actually there 2 full days. We don't leave until 10 p.m. the second evening. So you can do Florence, Pisa, Chianti, Tuscany, the list goes on and on. But what do you suggest our guests see and do from the port of Livorno when you have 2 full days, as only Azamara can deliver in the cruise world?
Yeah, you already said it. I mean, there's so many wonderful things to do, and my guess is that based on our past experience, most of our guests spend at least 1 full day in Florence, either to see the sights, to shop, or to both. And on the second day, if they have already been to Pisa, for example, I would recommend to visit the beautiful old town of Lucca, which is just a short drive away from Livorno. And why not hop on one of the bikes? The city of Lucca is very bike friendly, and it's a great way to explore this medieval town.
For sure. From there, we continue on to the beautiful port and town of Portovenere, which is also the port for Cinque Terre. And I like to think of Portovenere as sort of the 6th town, Cinque Terre being the 5 towns, but it's right next door and it's just as gorgeous. And since we happen to be there from 8 in the morning to 10 p.m., what do you suggest our guests see and do in Portovenere and or Cinque Terre?
My recommendation would be definitely take the morning trip by boat to the 5 towns, the Cinque Terres, and that still leaves you plenty of time in the afternoon to explore the really charming town of Portovenere itself.
So gorgeous. I love it there. So we continue up the Ligurian coast to Santa Margherita, where we actually anchor from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. before continuing at 3 p.m. to Portofino. What I love about this is the fact that we break it. So your ship, our ship, is actually like your private limousine service, for lack of a better term. So what do you suggest our guests see and do in Santa Margherita?
You're right, Edie. It's like taking our own little yacht from port to port and port hop. And as you know, Edie, Santa Margherita and Portofino are very close to one another, and Portofino usually sort of steals the show, but Portofino is really tiny, while Santa Margherita is actually a much larger town, which offers many, many things that Portofino does, just on a larger scale. And to be able to hump and jump between those 2 towns it's I think a delightful way to see the Ligurian coast. And of course our clients have the opportunity to stay in Santa Margherita, have lunch there, or take a short taxi ride or just a bus ride for about €1.50, and it's about 3 miles away, and it's a wonderful way to see 2 very beautiful towns on the Ligurian coast all in one day.
Definitely. And then the fact that we stay in Portofino as a late night stay till 10 p.m. gives you lots of options as well, heading up to Splendido or just simply enjoying a dinner and walking around and strolling around Portofino in the evening. It's really quite magical.
Yeah, that's right. Definitely a trip up to the Splendido Hotel, even if it's just for drink, in the evening, is very, very highly recommended and very romantic.
Then we continue along the coast and cross over the Italian border to the beautiful Monte Carlo, Monaco, where again we do an overnight, which makes it really all the more Oz-amazing. What do you suggest our guests see and do in Monte Carlo, Monaco with an overnight?
My recommendation would be, if they have never been to the village of Ez, a short drive away, take the morning and visit the charming town of Ez, and you see a little bit of the very dramatic, beautiful coastline, and you still have the afternoon for all the shopping and sightseeing in Monaco itself. And then, of course, because we do spend the night, definitely make that trip to the casino.
For sure. Well, whether you take this Oz-amazing itinerary or any of the many others that Azamara Club Cruises sails to, for sure, you'll love where we take you. Come cruise with us. Bon voyage!